This first chapter, 10a, is on transformations, reflections, translations, and rotations. In this chapter, you'll learn how to translate a shape, to reflect, and also how to rotate. So in this chapter, you'll find that having a protractor, which helps you measure angles, will be very useful. Now, first of all, you need to understand what transformations are. Transformations is basically how you move a shape across a grid. And the different types of transformations we have are translations, reflections, and rotations. A translation is simply sliding. So you can move, in this case, we move the object, the orange shape, the object 2 spots to the right and 1 spot down. A reflection is when you simply flip the object to the new image. So pretending that where x equals 2, this is a mirror, and looking at the object flipped to the other side. So if you've ever imagined yourself looking at a mirror, your reflection is basically you flipped around. And a rotation is simply a turn. So we took the object, this orange shape, and we rotated this shape when the arrow is going that way, anti-clockwise about this point of rotation, which is on coordinate 3, 3. To rotate things the other way, going this way, oops, I meant this way, this is clockwise, when you follow the clock. So anti-clockwise, against the clock, clockwise, to follow the clock. So let's first look at translations. Step 1, we need you to graph the following coordinates to form a triangle A. So at this time, pause and do this part. So if you did this, you should have a triangle that has -5, 1, -2, 1, and -4, 4. And when you connect the dots, you have this triangle right there. Now step 2 is just to translate, meaning slide the triangle 6, -4. The top number always represents going horizontally. If it's a positive number, you go to the right. If it's a negative number, you slide to the left. The second number, the one on the bottom, represents going up and down. If it's a positive number, you go up. If it's a negative number, you go down. So 6, -4 means go 6 to the right, and 4, -4 means go 4 down. So I will move this shape 6 to the right and 4 down. So if I take each of these vertices, and I'll label them A, B, C. Let's take C to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's my new coordinate for C. And I'm going to put a little mark there to indicate this is the first transformation. Then I'm going to move A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to write down my new vertex, mark it A prime. And then for B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And mark it B prime. So then you reconnect all the shapes, and there you go. So this was triangle A, and now I need to label this triangle A prime. In 3, translate triangle A, which means the original one right here, 0, -7. and label it A double prime. So at this time, pause and try this. Okay, so the first number, it means when it says 0, it means do not move horizontally. Then on the second one, it says -7, so it means 7 down. So all we have to do is just move it 7 down. So I'm going to take A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, new coordinate, C, double prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, connect, and this is my A, double prime. Reflections. So again, graph the same triangle. Pause. And now, reflect triangle B in the x-axis. What that means is that you need to flip it across the x-axis. So if this is our x-axis, that means we need to flip this thing across the x-axis because it says in the x-axis. So noticing that I have to move this exactly across the x-axis the same amount, this new coordinate right here is going to be right here. Then this corner right here, since it's one space away from the mirror, then I'm going to go ahead and take one space away from the mirror. Now this last point right here, I notice that it's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps away from the mirror. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop my dot down. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect my dots, and this is B prime. Now reflect triangle B, so the original one, and label it B prime in the y-axis. So if we did the x-axis going across the x-axis, think about what you need to do for the y-axis. Pause and give it a try. So if you had done this, let me redraw my triangle. We had to flip it across the y-axis. So here's my mirror. And I noticed that this vertex right here is 1, 2 dots away from the mirror. So I'm going to move 2 steps away from the mirror on the other side. 1, 2. Put my first dot down. And then my dot on -5, 1. I'm going to go ahead and notice it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps away from the mirror. So I'll move 5 steps away from the mirror for the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then for the top one, 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the mirror, so 4 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect your dots, and there you go, B double prime. So basically, I noticed that this is 4 away, so this side has to be 4 away. I noticed that this side is 2 away, so this side has to be 2 away. It has to be equal. And also notice the height is the same. It's still 3 tall. It's still 3 tall. There's no change. It's just a reflection. Finally, rotations. And this is where I recommend having a protractor to help you. So graph again the same triangle. Label it C. Now rotate triangle C 90 degrees anti-clockwise. And remember, going this way is with the clock, so that is clockwise. Going against the clock, going this way, that is anti-clockwise. About the origin. Origin is always, no matter what, 0, 0. That's the origin. Now to do this, what you need to do is you need to basically draw a line from each vertex to the point of rotation. And then from there, use your protractor and measure 90 degrees until you hit an exact spot that is on between where the lines cross. Unless you're really good at visualizing this, then you can do that. So if you use your protractor to measure 90 degrees from this vertex, you'll notice that this coordinate lands right here. And then draw another line from the next vertex to the point of rotation. And from there, find 90 degrees. And if you did this correctly, you'll notice that it goes straight right here on 1, 5. And then finally, you have one more coordinate. Draw a line straight to the point of rotation. And you'll notice that when you do that, you draw 90 degrees, it will land right here exactly. Once you have it, connect the dots, and that is your new shape. This is C prime. And yes, that is a 90-degree rotation. Oh, but however, and actually, you know what I realized? I did this completely wrong. I went clockwise by accident. So let's redo this. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so here's the shape. C. I need to go anti-clockwise. All right, so going the other way, 90 degrees. If you take your protractor, there you go, there's your first vertex. And then here's your next vertex. And then finally, taking your protractor, here's your last vertex. So when you connect the points, there you go, that is your C prime. Now finally, go ahead and pause and do the same thing with triangle C, which is our original triangle, 180 degrees about the origin. And usually the question that comes up is, do I go clockwise or anti-clockwise? If it's 180 degrees, it actually doesn't matter. Okay, so let's try this again. So you need to go 180 degrees. So basically we're going straight across. And so we know that if this is our point of rotation, we have to go straight across. And you want to travel the same distance. So if I know I went this far, I'm going to go the same distance over here. So your first coordinate comes down onto -1. Now for C, the top point, I travel this far. So therefore, I'm going to travel that same distance on this same side. So it lands on 4, -4. And finally, if I continue drawing the same line, I need to travel the same distance across. That is where my coordinate lands. And so when you connect your triangle, it's almost as if it's a reflection of each other. And you want to label it C double prime. And there you go.